Good morning and welcome to the Social Media Show. So, as the name suggests, this is all about social media. If you have an interest in social media, this is for you. Basically, we have a run through of the week's social media news stories and how they impact you and your business. Plus, of course, we have regular features such as headline, tools talk, tip of the week, and number of the week. So let's crack on straight away with our regular features, looking at this week's headline, which caught my eye. And the headline was, Attorney General begins inquiry about social media impact on UK trials. So this was a headline in the Guardian, and the Attorney General is basically concerned about the impact of social media on court cases and justice. And it's a good quote really from him that summed it up, where basically the Attorney General said, our contempt of court laws are designed to prevent trial by media. However, are they able to protect against trials by social media? So it's basically inviting thoughts from the public and relevant bodies in relation to this topic. So thank you for watching the show today. It would be, looks like I've now got to do some stuff to actually see who's watching. Something changing there from Facebook. I haven't got any data at all about who's watching, so I can see that there are people watching. So thank you for that. But no names coming up for me. Right, let's hope that changes. Okay, so next item is question time. So this week's question time, if you could answer in the comments, that would be amazing. Do you blog? Is this week's question time. So it would be great to know if you blog for your business, and if so, what do you blog about? And do feel free to put the link to your blog in the comments. So I'd love to know about any blogs that you're writing. Mr. Pickering, welcome to the show. Great to have you on board. It does seem that Facebook today is not telling me when people join, so if you can comment and say hi, I will then know that that you're on the show. So do please let me know. I'm just going to quickly invite a few people to the show, because that's a feature that is on here now. Very rude of me doing this, but it won't take too long. Okay, just invited a few people there now. Right, so back to the show. So to give you a bit of value, this week's top tip is, if you are advertising on Facebook, and indeed of course you should be, install and use the Facebook Pixel. Very important. This sounds technical, but basically all the Facebook Pixel is a piece of code that you obtain from your advertising area on Facebook and paste that into your website, into the code area on your website, and you can do loads of really good things with that. So you can make your targeting more specific. So for example, you could target website visitors that have come to your website in the past 30 days, for example. Thereby they have shown an interest in your business, in your products and services, and so it's more likely that they are going to respond to your ads. You can also get better conversion tracking as well. So you can set up conversion events, such as people that buy a product or fill out a form, and so great to be able to track the value of those transactions that are coming through your Facebook ads to see whether it's worth you advertising or not. And of course you can improve those adverts that perhaps aren't performing as well as they could be. So Facebook Pixel, that's this week's top tip. Do please install the Facebook Pixel, and of course if you want advice around that, you know where to go. Sue says, rarely blog for my own business, too busy doing other people's. Well, that's fair enough. Everything from IT to cashmere jumpers and hotels. So a great variety of subjects to get in there. Sue being a copywriter. Rachel says, don't really blog for my business, but do for clients. So another one, blogging for clients. Although I've been known to try and post regular LinkedIn articles. Yes, I've seen your articles on LinkedIn. Denise says, never usually catch you live, so great that you've caught me live this morning. Any questions or comments, Denise, do chip in. And do you blog? Do let me know the answer to that question. This week's Tools Talk, which is where I flag up a useful tool, is ifttt.com. Now, huge fan of ifttt.com. Basically enables you to connect two services with each other. So, for example, in the world of social media, you can get around the problem of sharing posts from Instagram to Twitter and them just appearing as links rather than as nice preview pictures on Instagram. So if you have that issue, do check into IFTTT and that will sort it out. You can also share from one service to another, like you're doing there, basically, although you're solving an additional problem there by posting from Instagram via IFTTT to Twitter. You can also do some really clever stuff. So, for example, when I visit the Odeon Cinema here in Cardiff, my phone automatically goes on mute. So that's something that you can, something that you can do with IFTTT using location services on your phone. So do check out ifttt.com. And also, there's a further reason to do it, because a bit of news just to throw in is that Facebook Messenger is now one of the services. So you can be alerted to all sorts of things via Facebook Messenger now using IFTTT. Thanks for putting that in the comments. That's great. John says, we don't really blog, we do use LinkedIn and have just done a video experiment for engagement. Yeah, always plugging how valuable video is. Was that on LinkedIn, John? Because on LinkedIn, as you may know now, you can upload videos. Well, hopefully you have that feature. They are rolling it out gradually, and indeed something that I'm using on LinkedIn. And by the way, actually, I do a 5-minute version of this show, so if you can't cope with the 20 minutes here, check out my 5-minute version of the show over on LinkedIn. And good to hear that's gone down well, John. Number of the week is 10 million. That's 10 million Pinterest users now in the UK. More stats from Pinterest later on in the show. So a sizable number of people using Pinterest in the UK. That's actually an increase of 30% year on year since September 2016. My mum is now on the show. Welcome, Mum. Having PC problems this morning, but great that you're now here. Yes, Denise, I'll get in touch with you and tell you about the Facebook Pixel. Basically, really helps you take your Facebook ads to the next level. Cheers for that, John. Good bit of information there. No doubt providing some value to your clients and getting some engagement via the poll that you mentioned. Okay, so a little bit behind schedule, so really got to crack on with the news now. So Facebook news, we have a mere, I think there were 16 items last week. We only have 8 Facebook news items this week, but more than made up by the number on Pinterest. I think we've got about Instagram. We've got about 6 or 7 items on Instagram. And we're well up to our usual quota of news items, with 27 news items to get through in just under 15 minutes. So Facebook, important one here for people that use the events function on Facebook. Great news, because you can now add video to your event covers on Facebook. So previously, where you put that event picture above your Facebook event, either via your page or on the personal side, you can now use a video. And of course, if you've set up events already, no problem, go back and switch that to a video if you have a suitable video. Facebook is testing a Finding Mentors and Mentees feature. So this is really interesting, because they basically pinched this idea off LinkedIn before LinkedIn have even launched it in all areas. So LinkedIn have got this feature in the US, but not the UK yet. So look out for that one on Facebook. Definitely Facebook wanting to get into LinkedIn's territory there. Videos, more great news for Facebook videos. You can now pick any thumbnail to go with your video when you upload a video live or otherwise on Facebook. Previously you had a sort of selection of 10 to choose from. Some users are seeing a new snooze button. So basically, if you click the 3 dots on your newsfeed, you can snooze friends that you don't want to hear from for a while in your newsfeed, and you can also snooze pages as well. You can basically hide them temporarily from your newsfeed. So last week I was talking about how Facebook are looking into sharing privately with using the expression private profile, sharing with a select group of friends. So I seem to have something like this pop up for me this week that was called a private group. but confusing really using the word group because that's used elsewhere on Facebook. But I have seen others talking about, and indeed I've seen screenshots around a private profile. So one to look out for if you're interested in sharing with a close group of friends. Facebook are launching instant videos, so this is quite a clever idea, making more use of video and helping people who haven't got particularly good data watch videos. So the idea is that the video downloads when you have got data or are on Wi-Fi, and then you can watch it later. It's indicated by a lightning bolt icon. Facebook are testing a new app that unusually for Facebook hasn't got the name Facebook in it, and it's called Bonfire, and it's a group chat app that is currently being tested, I think possibly in one of the Scandinavian countries, possibly Denmark. There's now a movies section on the main menu, main navigation on mobile apps in the US. So can't wait to have this in the UK. So you can find out what's showing at your local cinema, and you can also buy tickets directly via Facebook. So this is something I've been talking about for a while now: shopping and e-commerce directly on Facebook. And this is happening right now in the States. Now I've now changed this next section to Facebook and Instagram ads news. I think it's worth taking those two together, so lots of advertising news coming up. Facebook IQ. So this is an area that's been revamped. It's a portal containing a whole bunch of marketing and measurement data, white papers, success stories on Facebook, Instagram, Messenger. And so very handy to check out if you're looking to advertise and use Facebook for marketing. And there's also a new insights tool called Insights to Go, which links through to audience insights and other useful measurement features. So definitely a new area worth checking out. If you use your favourite search engine for Facebook IQ, you will find that. Big news for advertisers. Power Editor, which is basically a separate tool that had some features that the Ads Manager didn't have, is now being merged with the Ads Manager. So this is great. So basically it means it's going to be a revamp of Ad Manager, everything going to be all in one place, and you're going to have like tons of functionality on Ads Manager, all in one tool in the next couple of weeks. So great news there. You can upload Instagram stories as ads now. And you can also use Instagram stories as Facebook Canvas ads. So both promote stories as an ad on Instagram and use Instagram stories on Facebook Canvas ads. Canvas ads are basically those big adverts, I don't know if you've seen them, that basically cover the entire mobile screen. So just to flag up this week's question time is, do you blog? Do let me know the link to your blog and what you blog about. I'd be interested to hear about that. Yeah, just for those that are joining in on the show, it's basically all about social media. This live show, 20 minutes, maybe touch over today, every Monday at 9:30, and also some regular features around tools, tips and stuff like that. So moving on to Facebook Live news. So basically Facebook have rolled out some new API tools. So this is the interface that sits between Facebook and other tools and services. And basically, to cut a long story short, it's really for professionals that are getting into Facebook Live, such as broadcasters, the BBC, people like that. And you can basically deliver a better style and better quality using Facebook Live and these new API tools. Facebook Messenger news, a number for you. Facebook Messenger now has a staggering 1.3 billion monthly users, which is up from 1.2 billion in April. Instagram news, you can now send messages with photos. Branding tools, so there's a certain amount of concern about celebrities and even non-celebrities being paid to promote products and not telling people that they are being paid for that. The idea is that you're supposed to put hashtag SPON, for short for sponsored, or hashtag ad. But branding tools, you can basically tag the business that is paying you to promote their products. So it just makes the whole thing more transparent. Likes, now this is one that flagged up for me on Instagram this week. Likes and comments for ads and organic posts are now being lumped together on Instagram. So basically all the measurement and details for that information is now all in one place. It'll be on ads as well, but basically what's different is that the organic side is now also including all the stuff that's coming over from ads. Now, this is a big one for users of Instagram. Autoplay with sound. Now, so this is a great compromise, really good idea. So basically now what's going to happen is that rather than the sound being off all the time or on all the time on Instagram on videos, if you've watched a video with sound and you haven't switched sound off and you haven't left the app, the next video that comes up in your newsfeed will automatically play with sound. So I think that's a good thing. That's great, I think, for the experience for the viewers, and also great for businesses and advertisers. So a good compromise there. A favourite friends feature is being tested on Instagram, a bit like the Facebook private profile / private group, whatever they're calling it over on Facebook. Also, they're testing sharing of stories direct to Facebook, and here's a big one that is annoying a lot of people as they test it with some users. So forever and a day, it's been a 3 column grid on Instagram, and people have been quite precious about that, curating their pictures so that they look good. And now apparently 4 columns are being tested, which could kind of like throw out that layout and those people that have put some effort into making the 3 columns look good. So is that something that's going to annoy you? Do let me know. Some users can now add selfies and color background to direct messages as well. Already, actually, that's an extra item I hadn't numbered, so we've got 28 news items this week, so we're already up to just about 4 minutes left. We might just make it. On to LinkedIn news now, and news item 24. ProFinder is going to be expanded in the US. Now, I'm really quite frustrated that this isn't available in the UK, so this is great for freelancers and people looking for freelancers. So it's like a database, searchable database of freelancers, but only available in the US, and they are going to expand it in the US, but surely they should bring it to the UK first before expanding it in the US. Let's hope that they do so too. There's a new connections of a particular person filter in the advanced search, so this is great. I've been using this a lot. On advanced search, you can put in the name of one of your connections and then get all their connections, but then filter around that. So, for example, where they work, what their job title is, and all that sort of thing. So, great for prospecting within the advanced search, which is a really, really useful tool on LinkedIn. Just one bit of Twitter news, and it's quite a biggie for those people that have always had the insecurity of swapping the password when you've got multiple people managing the same Twitter account. Team management is here. But for some bizarre reason, they seem to have organised it through TweetDeck. And to be honest, I tried to set this up yesterday, and it's just a mess. It's quite confusingly worded, the help in the instructions, and it's not at all clear. I'm not convinced that it actually works even within the app. But it does work on TweetDeck. But I will be posting the link to that in the show notes on my blog at intranetfuture.com/blog. So if you're interested in team management on Twitter, do check that out, and hopefully they'll improve that. I don't know why they haven't kind of like made it nice and straightforward like Facebook does with its roles on Facebook pages. And finally, Pinterest news. Pinterest has reached 200 million monthly users worldwide, kind of a drop in the ocean related to Facebook's huge 2 billion and over 2 billion now, of course, but still a reasonable number, and of course growing for Pinterest. And Pinterest make the point that people are more in the mood to buy if you're looking to advertise and promote your products. Pinterest particularly good for visual businesses. If you've got a visual product that you want to sell, then Pinterest is great for that. Also, they announced that there's loads of new features coming soon, including sections within boards or boards within boards. So that's something to look out for. A reminder of this week's question time is: do you blog? Feel free to post the link to your blog in the comments, and any other questions that you have, please do comment. And finally, my quirky social media story this week is Gainsborough Police Department's Facebook was kind of like blew up after they posted a picture of three good-looking policemen, police officers. Within 2 days, they had 110,000 comments, over 280,000 likes, this particular post, and more than 170,000 shares, with lots of women asking about the relationship status of the three officers and demanding that they release a calendar. So the picture of the policeman was, you might have heard about this, was posted up in the wake of Hurricane Irma in the States. Just to flag up a few upcoming events before I go. So this week is the Connect Business Day, which I will be exhibiting at in Cheltenham at the Pyramid building, and follow the hashtag CCBiz on social media to find out more about that. Look forward to seeing you there if you're going. It's a free event for visitors, but you do need to register. My advanced social media workshop is coming up on the 3rd of October in Gloucester, so if you work daily with social media, do look out for that. 20th of October, another free event, social media start to finish. Got 3 speakers there, also in Gloucester at the #1 Business Centre, basically covering strategy, content and useful social media tools. Free event, but again you have to register, and tickets for that are going fast. And then on the 31st of October, Get Visual. If you have a visual product and you're keen to know more about Pinterest and Instagram, this workshop on the 31st of October is for you. So that's it. Just slightly over the 20 minutes mark this week, but 28 news items for you. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, please do share it to your colleagues and your friends. That would be very much appreciated. And any questions, comments that you have, do please ask. Or of course, if you're stuck with anything, I am here to help. So thanks for watching, and see you again soon on social media.